So calculate the value of the indicated side or angle. So we're going to determine the value of x. So we want to know this side. You should immediately recognize, oh, there's a triangle here. I bet you I can use sine law, cosine law to solve for it. But you have 0 angles, correct? Is there a way I can get an angle in there? Is it possible to get this angle in there? What angle is this when it comes to the polygon? Central angle, yes. So let's do that first. Okay? Start with central angle in this case. Central angle. So C is what? 360 divided by N. What is N in this case? Start counting, check mark, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. N is equal to 7. So it's 360 divided by 7. Where's my calculator when I do this? 360 divided by 7, rounded to 2 decimals. So that's 51.43 degrees. That's important. It's not the answer, but it is important to us. So cut that out. We're just going to focus on that one triangle and the fact that this is 51.43. Okay, you found that one. If I asked you, what kind of triangle did we cut out? What is the name based on the side lengths? Is it isosceles or scalene? It's an isosceles because the distance from the center to the edge, right? These two sides are the same. Okay? Isosceles. So I'm going to write that down. Isosceles triangle. Immediately you know that when you're dealing with polygons, you're dealing with an isosceles triangle. So that is basically where everything hinges on. Okay. So if this is 37, then this is 37 as well, correct? So that's kind of cool. What do we know about these angles, this one and this one? They're the same. If this is 37, right, then these ones are going to be the same, 37 and 37, right? So call this an whatever you want. Let's call it angle A here. Angle A is going to be found by going 180 minus 5143 divided by 2. You divide it specifically by 2. Okay, so you go 180 minus 5143, hit equals. That is 128.57 divided by 2, 57. So my angle there is 64.29 degrees. I'm going to highlight that as soon as after I write it down. Okay. So this is 64.29 right there, and this is also 64.29. Also important to me. I'll draw it one more time. So this is 51.43. Don't round to a whole number. I know that that's what you've been taught in the younger grades. This is 37 and this is 37. This is X, is the one we want. Oh, I overkilled it. Sorry guys. We could have solved it already without those, right? Did anybody notice that? What triangle do you have when you have side, side, and the angle in between? Side, angle, side. We didn't really need these ones. My bad. You could have done that and used sine law. So what should I do? I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to say overkill. Okay, not needed. But good to know. How's that? Not needed, but good to know. I'm going to erase this one here. I hope you used pencil. Otherwise, you're going to wonder, why did you use cosine law? Okay, side angle side, cosine law. So to find x, right, it's x squared, by the way, you take the first side and the second side minus 2 times the first side times the second side. They're just all the same, right? Times cos of 5143. Can you practice typing this in? Because that's, when it comes to the exam, sometimes I skip this part, and not half, but a number of you forget how to type this in properly. So 37 squared, right? Plus 37 squared minus 2 times 37 times 37 times cosine of 5143. Making sure the calculator is set to degrees. There should be a D or a DEG at the top. Maybe it has changed when you put it in your backpacks. So this is 1030.938, and that keeps going. Now you take the root, right? Don't forget about the root. And 32.10 or 108, which is 11, and we are in centimeters. So this is what one of the sides of this polygon is. This answers, this is basically answering A. All of this was A. For B, let's do that here. B. What's the perimeter again? Perimeter is what? Definition of perimeter? Distance around the shape, right? Distance around the shape, perimeter. So what would be the perimeter of this 7-sided polygon? If one of the sides is 32.11, how many sides does it have? 7. Just go this times 7, okay? Perimeter is 7 times 32.11. That's 224.77 centimeters. C, what's this called, this shape? This polygon, what's the name of this polygon? 7 sides. What is it, Kenny? A shape. More specific. Hepta, right? Heptagon. Heptagon. To be honest, the last couple of years it's been a bit of a joke. It's either octagon or hexagon. Like that's what it's been most of the time. But that usually means that they're going to change it at one point, right? So be on guard. The area, you do not have to worry about the area of the polygon. I'll just tell you, how would you do that? You would find the area of one of the triangles, of just one of these, multiply it by 7, and then you've got the area of the triangle. Okay, base times height divided by 2. We're not going to worry about it. Okay. Question: is it always going to be exactly like this? No, but I think the most powerful piece of this all is this is where it starts, right? That they're mixing up. It starts with finding that central angle. You got to have an angle somewhere. And so using your knowledge of polygons allows you to do that. Okay. This is what we call an asymmetrical polygon. But look at this. Let's go to 58 with me. Sometimes this is an octagon. Notice this. If you're able to find the distance from here to here, then you technically also have the distance from the center to the other side. Like it's a straight line going through the center. So, by the way, if I ask you for x, it's just asking for this stretch right here. Can I ask you to give this a try? Solve for x using your knowledge of polygons, okay? Figure out what x is. It's not always cosine law. It depends on the scenario. Let's do 5 minutes just finding out what x is. All right. I'm going to figure out the central angle. 360 divided by 8. You get 45 degrees. Okay. At that point, I know this is 45. This is 180 meters. This is x right here. As it stands, you don't have enough to get going, right? If you have this pair, I hope you saw that you have a pair. So sine law is definitely the one you want to use here, but you need an angle to figure out this side. So this is where this angle and this angle are the same, right? A, B, if you want to do it that way. Angle A is going to be 180 minus 45 divided by 2. That is going to be 35, sorry, divided by 2. That gives you 67.5 degrees. Okay. So you now have found these two. They are exactly the same. That's why we're splitting them in half, right? We're taking away what we have, and we're splitting the remainder equally between the two. Okay. Now you have everything you need. I'm just going to label this one x. This is 180 meters, 45. Okay. So you've got your pair. So you want to go sine of 45 over 180 meters, sine of 67.5 over x. Okay. Cross multiply and divide. If you do this correctly, you get 470, no, 235.18. Sorry about that. And we are in meters. So all of this is part of one big chunk. What if it asks for the distance A to B? From A to B all across, it's 2 times x, right? AB is just 2 times x. So it's 2 times 235.18. And that is 470.36 meters. Okay. What's this polygon called? I think I gave it away already. Octagon. I'm just gonna ask you to do page 59. If you want more of this, I'll hold back the AC. I have it ready, so we'll do it tomorrow.